Hello everyone, this is Coach Bay with One-on-One Hoops Coach. I'm here inside today practicing social distancing just like the rest of you guys and girls out there as we work through this coronavirus pandemic. And I was thinking about all my beginner basketball players, guys and girls out there who are just beginning to learn the game, just beginning to perfect some of their skills. And unfortunately, with this coronavirus, you have to stay inside and you're unable to get to school, unable to get to the gym and to your local basketball court. So I wanted to give you guys 10 tips, 10 drills specifically for ball handling that you can do inside your house. You don't need a basketball court unless you have something cool like this, but you don't need a basketball court. You don't need to be outside. It could be indoors. You need a basketball. If you don't have a basketball, that's fine as well. You can use any type of round ball, some kind of a softball that you can work with just to practice and do some of these drills. So a couple things before we begin though. Number one, make sure you get permission from your parents before you start working out. It's really important that they know that you're going to work out. And then number two, find a place in your house that's okay with your parents for you to work out, because it's important that you find a space that's going to be open and you're not going to potentially break anything or harm anything. Number three, make sure you start and end with your weak hand. That's really, really important, specifically for the beginners. It's going to feel yucky to use that offhand, but if you practice every single day with it, eventually you'll become more comfortable with it and it will translate to a better ball handler. And then number four, repeat, repeat, repeat. These drills are going to be something that can help you begin and learn, but also improve, but you've got to repeat the drills. Okay, let's get started. Number one is going to be ball slaps. And we're going to do ball slaps and we're going to go 20 count. Now with these drills, I'm going to abbreviate some of this stuff for you guys and kind of walk you through some of it. Just for time's sake, I'll abbreviate some of it. But with ball slaps, we'll do 20 count. All right, and this is just to activate your hands. Get your hands ready to start ball handling. So slap that basketball, all right, until you get to 20. 1, 2, 3, until you get to 20. And then number two is going to be fingertips. We want to get our fingertips ready to start handling the basketball as well. These both are going to be warm-up drills. So you want to get your fingertips on the basketball if you can see it. And you're going to do this for 10 count. First, we're going to go 10 count at the waistline. So 1, 2, 3, 4 until you get to 10. And then we're going to go up high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until you get to 10. And then we'll go down low in an athletic stance. We want to bend our knees in an athletic stance until you get to 10. That's number two. Number three is going to be wrap around. So we're going to take our basketball and wrap it around our waistline. And we'll go 5 count in each direction. 5 count in each direction. Waistline. And then we'll take our ball and we'll go around our head. Now this is important. When you go around your head, make sure that you move the ball around your head, not your head around the basketball. And again, we'll go in both directions, 5 count. And then we'll do our wraparounds around one leg. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you notice, I'm in a low stance, an athletic stance, right? And then you want to reverse it with my head up all the time. When you're ball handling, it's very important that you don't look at the basketball when you're ball handling. And then we'll switch. Again, I'm in a low athletic stance, not looking at the basketball. All right. Then we go to 2-leg wraparounds. Nice and low, head up, 5 count, go in both directions. I'll give you a side view, both directions. Make sure that you're always looking up and that you're in an athletic stance. And then lastly, we're going to go figure eights. So with figure eights, you're going to take your basketball and wrap it around your legs with your head up. So the basketball is going between each leg in the figure eight motion. And then you're going to make sure you go both directions. Really important to go both directions. Train both sides of the body. Then we're going to go from wraparound figure eights to actual figure eights as number 4. So you're going to put your basketball down on the ground, get in a nice low stance, and you're going to take the ball with your fingertips and work it around your feet, between your legs and around your feet. And when we do figure eights, we're going to go 5 count in each direction. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3, and so on. Number 5 is fingertip squeezes. Fingertip squeezes. Now we're going to do this 2 ways. First, we're going to go slow, and we're going to put the basketball in our palm and raise it up to our fingertips, squeezing the ball and balancing. So we'll do that for 10 count. So slow, rise it up, balance it. Slow, rise up, balance. Right? And you want to do that with both hands. Make sure you balance that basketball. Starting with your weak hand, please. All right? And once we get to 10 count, we'll go 20 count fast, where we'll squeeze the ball here on our fingertips. Now, this is going to be difficult when you do it with your weak hand, but I want you to try your best, and eventually you will get it. All right? We'll do 20 count with both of those. That fingertip squeezes at number 5. Number 6 is going to be leg lifts. Leg lifts. So you're going to take your ball and you're going to lift your leg and put the basketball beneath your leg as you lift your leg. Now you can start either way. You can start going reverse underneath this way. Just make sure that you go 10 count. Or you can go the opposite way when you start, but just make sure you go both directions. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on until you get to 10. Both directions. Number 7 is going to be hand toss. So you're simply just tossing the basketball back and forth, hand to hand. Now, if you watch closely, you'll see my hands kind of flipping my wrist as I throw the basketball and toss it back and forth. That's going to simulate some of the things that you're doing when you're ball handling. So try your best to flip that wrist back and forth. And this is a narrow version. You're going to go 20 count. And once you feel comfortable with it, you can widen it out. Widen your toss out. All right. Now we're going to do that in front, 20 count. Then we're going to go nice and low between our legs, 20 count. Athletic stance, get nice and low, and you're tossing the basketball back and forth between your legs. Back and forth, 20 count. You can go narrow, you can go wide. And make sure that you're training both sides of the body by switching sides. 20 count, back and forth. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Then we're going to go behind the back with the hand toss. And when you go behind the back with the hand toss, you want to make sure that you're nice and low. Again, in the athletic stance, put that basketball behind your back and you're tossing it back and forth. Back and forth. 20 count. And this is something that will definitely translate to basketball, ball handling, because when you're dribbling the basketball and you put it behind your back, you're going to have to catch it with the opposite hand. So this will translate to your ball handling. So that's hand toss. You want to do all 3 of those versions of it at a 20 count. Number 8 is cross hand toss. So you're going to take your basketball and you're going to cross your opposite hand over your arm and toss the ball back and forth. Toss it back and forth. Back and forth. 20 count. And all we're doing right now today is we're getting used to feeling the basketball. We're getting used to releasing the basketball with our weak hand, catching it, tossing it, and just getting a good feel for the basketball. When you dribble the ball, you need to have a feel for the ball. So that's a lot of what we're doing today. You're going to go 20 count with your cross hand toss. Number 9 is going to be spin toss. Spin toss. So with spin toss, you're going to take your basketball and you're going to just toss the basketball to yourself, but you're going to spin the basketball as you toss it. Spin the basketball as you toss it. And we're going to do that in both directions. And you'll see my wrist kind of flip the same way that we were when we were doing our hand cross. All right, or our hand toss, excuse me. Back and forth, both directions. And with the spin toss, we're going 10 count. Both hands, both directions. Both hands, both directions. Number 9 is going to be hand spins. Now, with hand spins, you're going to allow the basketball to lie in your palm. Lay that ball in your palm, and you're simply going to spin the basketball and allow it to rotate on your palm. So you grip it with your fingers, your fingertips, and give it a nice little spin. And we're going 10 count, both directions, both hands. Again, we're just getting a feel for the ball. This is all going to translate to basketball handling. Try your best, again, with these drills, if you can, not to look at the basketball as much as you possibly can. You know, at first you may need to look at it to make sure that you're doing it correctly. But once you get a good feel for it, don't look at the basketball. If you can't stop looking at the ball, go ahead and close your eyes. Again, you're in a safe space that you're not going to, drop or break anything as you're doing these drills. So that's number 10. Now, I'm going to give you one more, which is an advanced drill. But again, as you practice these things, you'll get much better with the basketball. And that's behind the back hand toss. Behind the back hand toss. So you're going to take your ball and you're going to kind of cup it just a little bit. You're going to cup your basketball and have it behind your back here, and you're going to toss it from one hand to the next hand. And what we're going to do is we're going to do 10 count with the hand behind the back hand toss. All right. So you take that basketball and you toss it back and forth. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. And maintain that low athletic stance. I believe we're at 7. Maintain that low stance. And who is this? Is this my trusty partner? Did you want to join us? So begin again with that advanced move. You just want to practice it as much as you possibly can. And again, you want to make sure you're not looking at the ball as much as you possibly can as well. Okay? You want to get your ball? Yeah? Here's your ball. And that is number 11. If you practice these drills every single day, you'll absolutely get better. It'll absolutely translate over to ball handling. And when you get back to the court, you'll be ready to go. So just some final tips, final thoughts. Again, as we said, practice every day. Make sure you start and end with your weak hand. And use your weak hand around the house just for general things that you normally wouldn't use it for. So when you're using the remote control to change the station, when you are opening a door, when you're eating, try to even spell your name with your left hand or your weak hand, whichever hand it is. And you do that continuously over and over and over, and you will absolutely get better, and it will absolutely translate over to ball handling. I'm going to do some future videos. This was specifically about ball handling. I'm going to do some future videos which will include actual ball handling that we can take potentially to like the garage or to our front yard. And then we're also going to do a shooting series that you can do as well. These are all drills that you can do at this time where unfortunately we are in the house because of coronavirus, and we still want to work on our game. It's really important that you guys continue to get better, and these are all drills that you can do in the comfort of your home to get better. Quick final thoughts. It's a tough time for everyone. Make sure you do your part to keep yourself safe, keep your family safe, practice social distancing. I know we miss our friends and our family, but it's really, really important. And for some of you guys and girls out there, you may not necessarily understand, but right now, the safest place for you right now is in the house. So keep working on your game, keep practicing, and you'll get better every day. Coach Bay, one-on-one hoops coach here, and hopefully these help out for you. If you like this video, you can go ahead and like it. You can share it. And you want to say goodbye to everyone? Bobby, do you want to say goodbye? You want to say goodbye? Okay, come on, we can say goodbye. You want to say goodbye? All righty. Let's say goodbye. Bye. Bye. All right. We'll talk to you later, Coach Bay. Signing out.